Now you might be sitting there thinking, why is Matt wearing an Iron Man mask? And the truth is, I was actually going through my phone and I saw a picture of my daughter Chloe wearing a Batman mask and she was wearing the cape. And I thought, we as adults, we see our children wearing these masks and these capes and they're playing, and in those moments they might have superpowers, these superhuman abilities, and we think it's cute and they're using their imagination, and we just might leave it at that. They're playing, okay? But in those moments, our kids have, or they're adopting a certain identity. In their mind, they think they're this person, okay? Or they're imagining that they're this person. And as adults, okay, we have this certain identity. It's like a mask, but you can't see it on the outside. That's who we're playing. And it's an internal image of ourselves. Okay, it's who we believe ourselves to be in real life. Okay, and the truth is, we've adopted this image, from a very young age. And what happens? This internal image, if you've grown up in an environment where it's very critical, you might be very critical on yourself. You might be very critical on others around you. Okay, because this is the ideas you've accepted about yourself from a very early age. Now, you might have grown up in an environment where it was very conducive to growth and you might be very confident, okay? So this internal image of yourself determines the way you show up in the world, okay? It determines how much money you earn. It determines how confident you are, how social you are. It determines, how healthy you are, your weight, your physical body. It determines the foods that you eat. This internal image determines, your relationships in life. It's determining all the results that you're getting, okay? Because the way you show up is going to produce results, right? And this internal image is called a self-image, okay? And the self-image is like a governor, okay? It's like a governor in a car that's limiting how fast the car can go. Like this car has the potential to go really fast, but all of a sudden, someone's put this governor in there and it can only go 60 kilometers an hour. Doesn't matter how hard you push the pedal, it can only get to 60 kilometers an hour. But you take that governor out and all of a sudden it can go to 100, 120, 100, whatever. There's no limit, right? Or there will be some limit, but it can go much faster than what the limit has allowed it to go. And so what happens with our self-image, you could be in a position where you're in sales, okay? And you're generally earning, let's say, 100,000 a year, and you're in a commissions job. So, the sales or the commissions should allow you to earn hundreds of thousands. There might be people in your workplace earning hundreds of thousands, but for some reason, you keep earning 100,000. You might go up a little bit, you might go down a little bit, but it's roughly the same year after year, okay? And why is that? You might even start off at the beginning of the year where you're knocking it out the park. You had a great rest, you went on a holiday, you had some sales training that really motivated you, and all of a sudden you're just like, you're hitting it out the park and the sales are coming easy. And then there comes a point where it's just like, oh, you're just falling off. Like there's just like a big cliff that you're falling off. And you're struggling to make sales. You're struggling to bring in the new clients or whatever it is. And by the end of the year, you've gone up and down a little bit. You finish the year roughly the same as what you did the year before, okay? The reason being, okay, the reason why this happens is because the internal image of yourself hasn't changed, okay? Your self-worth, self-image, it's all tied in on a subconscious level, okay? It's not thinking, it's not a conscious thing. This is a subconscious thing, okay? Now, the beautiful thing is you can change it, okay? If you think of someone who's doing really well in your workplace, okay, they don't see themselves struggling, okay? Someone who's struggling sees themselves as someone who is struggling. Someone who's a winner sees themselves as a winner. Look at someone in sports, okay? Someone who's doing really well is confident, okay? Now, they might go through a little patch where they lost a bit of confidence, maybe something's happened, but ultimately they'll bounce back and they'll be confident again. They'll be doing really well again, okay? But when it comes to the self-image, okay, you can change it on a subconscious level. And you can create a new image for yourself. You can take it, it's like taking it off and putting a new one on, okay? You can create whatever image you want, That's the beautiful thing. Okay, if you want to be a top performer in your company, you can create that image. If you want to be slimmer, you can create that image. Okay, look at people who go on a diet. They create maybe a New Year's resolution and they want to have a nicer beach body, whether it's, a male trying to be more bulky and, have a six pack. And so they start training, they go on a diet. It could be a female that wants to trim up. It could be whatever, right? You get the point. They're going to the gym. They want to have a healthier body. They're dieting, they're exercising, and they're really diligent with it. And then all of a sudden they go to a party and their friends offer them a drink. And they think, I'll have one drink. And then they have a piece of cake, okay? And then next week they might miss one gym session. And the next week, work really picked up, they're really busy, and now they've missed 2 or 3 gym sessions. And then a month down the track, they're struggling to get to the gym. And their diet's gone out the window. And before you know it, they're back to the same old body they had, just before summer started. Okay? Why is that? The reason is because they never changed the internal image they had of themselves. Okay? Until we change that self-image, we're not going to achieve the desired result. Not permanently. Okay? We might go up a little bit because we've outperformed the old self-image, but we ultimately go back down to it because it's like a natural state for us. Okay? And so we got to set there's got to be a new set point. That's a new internal self-image of being a top performer, of being in a loving relationship, of having the loving relationship and also being a top performer, and also being healthy, and also having a social life. Okay? Whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you need to work on, you got to alter that internal image. Like I said, it's not a conscious thing. You don't just think about it. It's not something you just read in a book. You got to recondition it on a subconscious level. So it's a habit. Okay? This is where the habits lie. This is where the subconscious beliefs lie. Okay? And when you alter it there, it'll be permanent unless you replace it with another idea, which will be encouraged, okay? Because once you hit one set point, you want to keep improving and, you create and set a new idea. And it's the same process to do that, okay? This is all mindset. Now, Nat and I are actually going to be hosting a free 2-day event on Thursday and Friday called Mindset Mastery. It'll be 1 hour each day, from 6:30 a.m. Melbourne time to 7:30 a.m. Melbourne time on Thursday and Friday this week. And it's Mindset Mastery, a definite path to success. Okay? Isn't that such a wonderful name? Because mindset is a definite path to success. Doesn't matter about the strategy. Okay? The mindset is 95% of your success. Strategies are like 5%. Okay? You get the mindset right and the results will follow. I promise you that. The strategy will also follow, okay? Like, I know someone, for example, let's go back to the health. And she was exercising. She was dieting. She was doing all the things right on a physical level, okay? Let's say that's her strategy, but she wasn't releasing weight. And then we started working on her self-image, altering the way she sees herself on a subconscious level, and all of a sudden, in 10 weeks, she lost or released 10 kilos. She didn't change the dieting. She didn't change the exercise because she was already doing that. She just added this on top and she released 10 kilos in 10 weeks. It's not a coincidence, okay? We're going to the primary cause of your results. And when you change your results there, they're permanent, okay? So if you want to improve any area of your life, health, relationships, love, income, career, if you're a top performer or not, you can change it. And I'll be more than happy to help you. 2 days, Mindset Mastery, this Thursday and Friday. I'll put a link in the comments below. You can register, and I'll look forward to seeing you there.